Guys, we didn't have much of a chance to talk about this clip yesterday, but it's dealing with the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and we're going to take it from right to left. Okay? So here we have conquest. We remember at the beginning of the unit we talked about conquest, right? Great Britain, colonizing, imperialism, the whole bit. They were conquering the African countries, okay? After that, you have wars. So you have the African nations fighting. We had Sudan splitting into South Sudan and the regular Republic of Sudan. Okay? Then what comes next? We've got famine. So we go from conquest, war to famine. Ultimately, guys, what do we have after this? You have death. So this is just a graphic showing just the destruction and devastation that's going on in Africa, guys. So, which one do I want to go to? So remember this, or we actually didn't see this one yesterday, but you're going to see where I'm going with this. And their oil reserves and the fighting that went on. Because remember, in the Civil War, guys, over 2 million people died. So this kind of a little political cartoon. You can even this guy could be considered a lost boy. And you see he's on Santa's lap, and what is he asking? That's what he's asking for. That's what he's asking for. He's not asking for the PS3. He's not asking for the Xbox. He's not asking for the $200 pair of Jordans or LeBrons. He's asking for a chance to live. That's it. So you guys have to put things in the proper context of where these guys are coming from. So, and that's what it does. It affects your human capital. Obviously, if humans leaving, it affects your human capital. Workers leaving affects your human capital. And GDP. Because if your human capital is affected, how's it going to affect your GDP, JG? Exactly. It's going to affect you. Because all of it's tied together. All of it's tied together. So even though we're talking about government, we're still talking about economy. We're still talking about history. We're still talking about these important factors. So, all right. All right, guys, I don't need you to necessarily to take this down. I just want you to take a look at it. So, remember, what did we learn yesterday about the difference between boys and girls in education? Does anybody remember raising their hand? Cadence, what do you remember?
That boys have a better chance of getting an education.
That's exactly it, guys. So, for here in the second blurb, we have Sudanese parents feel that money spent for schooling should be spent on their sons so they will be able to earn a living. Now, here's the question, and it's rhetorical, so please don't answer. If you have the money, and money's scarce, and you have, let's say you have a son and a daughter, and you're a parent and you have a son or a daughter, and you know the educational opportunities for girls are non-existent, and you're a parent, who would you spend the money on? Don't, because here's the deal. There's fewer opportunities. What do? That's the decision that a lot of parents have to make. It's not that they love their son or their daughter more, but it's those decisions they have to make because money is scarce. It goes back to scarcity. It's a scarce resource. So what do? It's just something to think about. Let me ask you guys, give me some thoughts. What did you think when you saw that? Because what that does now is it takes everything that we've been talking about and what it humanizes it. So now you see...
Astro,
Yes, ma'am.
is you in class?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
So what it does is it humanizes it, guys. It puts a face on what we're studying. So what were some interesting things that you guys noticed in the video? Just let me see. Cadence, what did you see?
They didn't know anything about the U.S. Everything was so interesting to them.
Okay, everything was new. Because you saw them eat the stick of butter, Michaela, I know you saw that, and we're like... But here's the deal. If you had to eat wet dirt, mud, to get the moisture, to get the water from it, butter is a steak at that point. You got to put it in, guys, you got to put it in the right context. If you are starving, like the picture, okay, here's the deal. Let's go back. go. If you're this guy here, butter is excellent. I'm serious. And we can laugh, but that's not a laughing matter. This guy he's a few sleeps away from death. So butter is scrumptious. So it's just keeping that in mind, guys. It's just, you know, it's putting it in a proper context. So what did you guys think when you saw about the Civil War, the famines? I mean, you got 10 or 15,000 people. And guys, it's not, sorry to break it to you, you guys would be old. It was an 11-year-old was the elder of the group. So what's 11-year-old? 5th, 6th grade? Fifth, something like that. 5th, maybe 6th. They're the oldest ones. 7th grade isn't even in there. You guys are old. But I'm just saying, in that group, you guys aren't old. I'm just saying, you guys are old compared to that group. So you've got a bunch. You've got 10 to 15,000. 11, 10, 9-year-olds, what have you, walking across the Sudan into Kenya, so they're going from here down to Kenya, okay? So they're making that trek. It's a long ways to go. And you saw a number of their friends along the way were drowned in the river, eaten by crocodiles, things like that. 1,000 get shot, 1,000, 2,000 people. So, here we go, you have Sudan. I just need a couple. And here we go, guys. So we've got North Sudan here. We've got South Sudan there. So put it in the context of what we're learning about. So I need you guys to write this down. I need you guys to write this down. Because it talks about Sudan's civil war. Okay? Younger.
My mom said that you can really find out that they want nothing because their eyes, are that red and not nothing, so they're like using the non-guys, they're like super white.
Right. It has right, because you're getting the right nutrients, the right nutrition. So guys, make sure you're taking this note down. So yeah, make sure you're taking this down. Make sure we're getting that down. Let's just remind you guys about Civil War. Civil War here in the United States was between the North and the South. Civil War in the Sudan was between the North and the South, or what eventually became the North and the South. And so can anyone take a guess what the northern part, what religion the northern part of Sudan is, where Sudan is now? Daquan. You got one other guess. They're not Christian. They may be, think Middle East. Think Arab. Brian? They are Muslims. In the northern part, in regular Sudan, guys, they are Muslims. In the southern part, right, Kendall? What are they in the southern part? Huh? No, you got another guess. Okay, what are they? What are they in the north? What religion? All right, Alyssa. What in the north, guys? They're Muslims. In the south, they are Christian. That contributed to the conflict. All right, so if we've got a little time left on this. All right, so let's do a little bit of review. So we all remember Quizlet from last week, guys, right? So Let's go over a quick review. Let's get. All right, so let's do term first. All right, so that looks small. Okay, do me a favor. Taylor, I need you to be the flipper, okay? You want to get it bigger? I don't think you get it too much bigger. Does someone want to give this a go? Obviously, by now you've probably seen what the definition is, or the term is. So how a government splits power into different levels and between different groups. Oh, I'm telling you. All right, hit flip, hit flip. All right, distribution of power. So we'll calibrate for these. All right, so hit the next one. All right, a form of government, guys, in which power is held by one central authority. Remember, power held by one central authority. JG, which one? One central authority. Let's hit the. So what's your answer? Hit the flip. Remember, power is held by one central unit, guys. One central unit. Hit the next one. All right, guys. A political system in which a weak central government, guys, has limited authority and states have ultimate power. Think about what was the South called during the Civil War? Starts with C. So what is it, Cheyenne? Hit it. Boom. We're ending on a high note. Adios.